One of the things that I dealt with as a beauty professional for years, man, a list of things. I used to deal with swelling in my knees, in my every joint, and in particular in my ankles, because of the standing all day long. I used to blame it on the amount of work that I was doing in the salon. I didn't realize it was the salt, it was the sugar, it was the fatty foods, it was the lack of circulation that was happening because I was not working out at all. It was the lack of nutrition that now I know is crucial, not only with food, but with supplementation. That's gone. That inflammation is gone. I used to deal with acid reflux, like severe acid reflux. I would just blame it on, well, I'm getting older, and when I eat, this is just what happens. My mother had gastritis challenges. I'm not sure if my father did. It was something that I heard in my family and I thought it was normal. I didn't realize that that was dairy and certain foods, and circulation has a lot to do with your digestion, with your breathing. That's gone. I don't have that kind of wake up in the middle of the night thing I used to deal with, or food sitting on my chest because of I eat differently, and the probiotics that I take 3 primary digestive products each day: a probiotic, a premium fiber, and a digestive enzyme supplement. I didn't know about any of that, man. Any of that before. I used to have these acute headaches. Again, I used to say to myself, man, I'm just working really hard, and this is the price to pay to do 14-hour days or 10 clients. I don't have that anymore. I used to always get off, if I could make it, from the salon without falling asleep in the salon, without falling asleep in my car or my truck. I used to get home and just crash because I had no energy. And I would say, well, man, I just worked really hard, not realizing that you can work your 8, 9, 10 hours and you should still have energy. You should still have brain functionality. I didn't know that. I'm trying to speak to other things that I was dealing with. I used to have horrible skin, right? I used to have, random breakouts and shit. I used to have, just bad things with my skin. I realized it was a bunch of toxins that I had not only in close contact. And I'm not even talking about hair products. I'm talking about, we went natural with hair care, but we didn't go natural with cleaning supplies, home fragrance. Even things like laundry that's touching your skin all day long was loaded with toxins and chemicals. When I changed that, it not only helped my skin, my breathing, but it cut down in my home with my wife, with my nephew, with my sister-in-law, or anybody that would visit that had breathing challenges. It was as if they were not getting those flare-ups anymore with asthma or breathing, mainly because we removed all of the toxins out of the home. So I just was thinking about that. Like, we went natural with hair care about 10 years ago, right? And what did we see? Longer, stronger, fuller, richer hair. When we removed chemicals, went with low volume ammonia and peroxide hair color, if any. We removed the relaxer. We went with more plant-based products. The hair flourished. And I'm like, the exact same thing is happening when I start putting plant-based items on my skin, in my body, in my system, what I'm breathing, even working out outside amongst plants or amongst oxygenated plants, giving off the oxygen that I need. It's just, guys, I want us to consider that. This is not a pitch at all. Wherever you are, whoever you are, if you're having challenges with breathing, skin, inflammation, disruptive, digestive challenges, sleep deprived, insomnia, always tired, always anxious, easily aggravated with temper, sporadic hunger, excessive weight gain, issues in your waistline, issues with your legs, issues with veins or the circulation in your legs. If you're having issues with, you know, your back, man, your neck, your spine, headaches, vision, random nosebleed, dizziness, like, I used to think that was just the process of getting older. I did not understand how, like a power source to a computer or a phone, what we ate, what we consumed, what we breathe, what we let get in our body, right, and on our body, had everything to do with our wellness and our health. Food was just taste. Ray, you don't like food that tastes good? More than you. More than you, buddy. But I no longer only am driven by taste. I tell people that are in business, the artist can't drive the business. The creative can't drive your business. There has to be a business person in you. You got to be your own partner, the creative and the business person, to drive the business. Because if the creative drive the business, we'll make a lot of decisions that are based on art and feel good and can hurt us long term. Guys, taste and our palate, especially after 30, 35, 40, you got to look at food as fuel. You got to understand what a multivitamin is, omega-3 vitamin is, right? Especially if you don't get a lot of fish, you're inland, you don't get to a lot of fish, you need fish oil, right? You need probiotics, right? That's a huge part of our immune system right now, right? You need vitamin C, like daily, either through fruit or through supplementation. You need vitamin D, either in supplement or through the sun, right? You need reparative or recovery supplementation or with food. You can learn it through food, but it's just so much easier to get it in a supplement form. Like supplemental income, right? Like supplemental insurance, it fills in the gaps because you might need to eat 10 oranges or a scoop of a vitamin C supplement. Does that make sense? Right? If you need these things, you need water, guys. You might need to we might need to reconsider sugar, dairy, or not so much milk, cheese, you know, simple carbs, maybe more complex things that have more nutrition. We may need to think about meat. I'm not vegan, I'm not vegetarian, but I realize when I eat plant-based, when I limit meat or remove it totally, there's no denying that I feel better. There's no denying that I can move differently. It's undeniable. It's undeniable. It ain't about killing cows necessarily. It's that, when I eat chicken, beef, pork, I slow down. I get tired. It takes a while. I'm even sometimes uncomfortable. I don't get that when I'm eating vegetables. It's no doubt when I remove sugar and dairy, I don't get that congestion. I don't get that nasal, that phlegm, that mucus. I don't get it. Newsflash. I didn't connect dairy to animals. All this talk of thinking about eating plant-based and removing meat, I didn't think about milk, cheese, butter. That's from a doggone cow. I know. I'm stupid, but I'm not the only one that didn't really connect that. Man, removing that, it was not easy, but removing that, man, changed the game, guys. So as I'm wrapping up today, man, 5 miles, this was unheard of, guys. It's funny to even think about this once upon a time. There was no weightlifting. There was no exercise twice a day. Are you kidding me? I'm talking about 10 years ago. When I was 10 years younger, hell no, I was 50 pounds heavier. Easily 40 pounds, definitely. So guys, man, listen. You get one body, man. One body, and many of us, we give a service. Our job is to perform something. Some of us, we're making something, data entry, but a lot of us, we do something with our bodies, especially all of my beauty professionals. So your number one tool is not your shears. It's not your clippers. That's not your number one tool. It's not your nail brushes, your makeup brushes. It's not. It's not your camera photographers. It's not. Your number one tool is your body and mind connection. That's the number one sharpened tool that we gotta keep sharpening our toolbox. So consider that, man. Consider sharpening up that tool. Guys, listen, if anything that I've learned and I can share with you, it's been eye-opening to say the least. A lot of people talk about being first generation wealth. No shade to my family, but I really do feel like I'm almost first generation health. Like I'm learning some things that I never learned in my childhood. I'm reading about things that I never learned in my life. I confer with my elders, my mother, and I'm like, did you ever heard about this? And she's like, nah, I didn't know. So I just feel compelled, like people want me to help with brand, like people want me to continue to help with business, like people want me to help with building and making money. I'm about all of that life, you dig? Starving is not the move, but I also am excited to share better brands, better business, and better lives. Guys.